Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Swear Word. How's it going, Swear Nation? Glad to have y'all back here joining us. Hey, if this is your first time checking us out, we go live here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy it. This is a podcast for the Chilihead community by the community. Hey, regardless of your spice tolerance, this is the place for you. Coming up tonight, we have two sauces to round out Faiya Co.'s sauces. We have a great guest here tonight, and we got some sauce gauntlet action back in the deck. So hey, this is episode number 14. Let's get it. All right. Hey, welcome everyone. Hope everyone's enjoying their night. It's about to get real fun in here. We got some new mics too. So if this is sounding a little bit more crisp, shout out to PodVision on that this nice upgrade here. So hey, coming up tonight, like I said, we have two sauces on deck. We have Mama Juana and we got La Muerte. I'm probably butchering it, but hey, I'm flying with it. We're going. So we got those up on Hot or Not. And, if you're on the stream right now and you're listening, go ahead, hit the smash on the thumbs up, share this thing around. Let's get in front of the right chili heads. Let's make this, channel continue to grow because, hey, this channel's here for the community. And what better way to bring the community on in and welcome everyone. So, hey, also, after that, we have Katie coming up. We have Ktb Saucy. She's, you know her as a small batch craft hot sauce reviewer, crushing it in the game to bring small batch sauces, getting them the limelight they need, getting them in front of people and helping build up those brands. So shout out to her on that. And we're also going to be talking a little bit about she's also been in Superhot, so we're of course going to touch on that. Why wouldn't we? All right. Hey, other than that, like I said, we also have the sauce gauntlet coming up. I know that's a lot of people's favorite. So, hey, jump on in the chat. If we need a tiebreaker, if we need to kick to the audience, we definitely are going to need y'all's help. So get in the chat, make it active. Let's get it going. Yeah. Hey, let's roll on over to the Hot or Not. All right. Hey, welcome back. If you're just now tuning in, we're just now kicking off Hot or Not. So welcome. Glad to have you here. Let's go with Mama Juana. Once again, just to remind everyone and anybody that's new in here, we don't do a 1 to 10 scale here. We do a 1 to 5 swear word rating, and that's based off of 5 categories. So we got heat, aroma, flavor, versatility, and burn. And we take all those together, we average them out, and we get our total swear word rating. So we also upgraded the graphics pack last week, so I hope everyone's digging that. And we're going to be just jumping on into the sauce. And while we get the card input for everyone to read or to see, I will go ahead and read the bottle then as far as ingredients and everything going on. So, Mama Juana. So this is this is on the previous run. So there is a fresh batch that has just come up, and all of the Swear Word Nation has a discount very specific to our community that we're going to continue to push. So if you, after the show, head on over to Faiya.co, you too can, fill your cart with all these phenomenal sauces and then use promo code SWEAR. And I believe it's 20 or 25% off. I would have to double check my notes on that. But either way, it's a nice discount. So check that out. All right, here we go. Wow. Great aroma so far. Let's, wow. It's like just dancing on the nostrils. Okay. All right. So great color going on here. Let's see how this pour goes. All right. Oh, sauce down. Oh, well. Here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Great flavor. It's interesting. Right up off the bat, it's almost got like a creamy, sweet taste that you get. And then it starts to become this, it goes from the sweet to actually a savory note that's beautiful. And then all of a sudden from there, it transitions into the nice heat. It starts to let you know, hey, this is a hot sauce. I would say this is, man. All right, here, let me go ahead and start jotting some stuff down while I'm talking. Heat on this one. You know, it's, I would say it's a nice medium sauce. It's not gonna really burn you down, but it's definitely gonna let you know that it's there. It definitely packs a nice punch. It's got phenomenal flavor going on here. Let me go ahead and jot that down. And we'll say heat, aroma. Aroma was phenomenal. Like I said, it's got like a, man, I want to say like a creamy, nutty, earthy note, but it's not like in a bad way, if you will, on the earthy aspect. It's just like, it's very fresh, refreshing, and you as if you could smell the complexity in the sauce just through the aroma itself. So here, let me get that jotted down too. All right, versatility, man. This is a pretty versatile sauce, I would say. It really, with the ingredient list that's on this, I would have thought that you might not have had the chance to kind of pair it with just about anything. But after tasting this definitely could pair with quite a few things. You know, your usual go-tos, your pizzas, your subs, your burgers, you name it. I could actually see this as like a dip on the side too, without really anything else. Like, that would be phenomenal. I'm already picturing I'm going to use this as with some fries as well. All right, so versatility. Let me get that here. Okay, and then burn. You know, the burn's not too bad. It's mostly on the back of the mouth. Nothing super crazy. You get a little bit maybe on the tongue. All in all, not something that's going to kill you. If you're just now getting into, eating spicy, you might think this is actually, some nice heat, and it's probably going to be on the threshold of where you think you're comfortable at this moment. But I guarantee you won't want to back off, because that is so tasty. So, all right, here, let's go burn at, here we go. All right, let me get this on over to producer Jeff. So while he's inputting that, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, read off the ingredients. So Mama Juana's ingredients are tamarind. We got raw tomatoes, mangoes, apple cider vinegar, fresh habanero peppers, onions, maple syrup, alcohol beverage, distilled whiskey, 86 proof. Okay, so that was distilled whiskey, 86 proof. Okay. Garlic, red wine vinegar, and it says kosher salt, and yeah. All right. Hey, this is, like I said, it's got a very interesting ingredient list going on here, but man, did he do a great job at making sure everything balances itself out. It comes to the party very phenomenal. And it even says it on the side of the bottle. It says goes with everything. I can definitely agree with that. You're not going to find something that this wouldn't pair well with. So kudos there. Mama Wana. It's a phenomenal sauce. All right. Now, let's see. Let's get this card up here and let's throw down the official swear word rating. So heat is coming in at a 3.5. Boom. All right. So aroma, I have this one at 3.8. Like I said, I think it's a pretty good aroma going on here. Definitely like it. Flavor. We got a 4.0. Boom. All right. Versatility. Pretty versatile sauce, 3.84. And then burn, 3.65. So for the total swear word rating, we have that one coming in at 3.74. All right. Hey, that's a solid sauce. Next up, let's get on over to La Muerte. So, once again, I'm going to open this up and we are going to dive on in. Appreciate everyone being in the chat, being active. I can actually see on my screen in front of me today. It hasn't died yet, so we're good to go. All right. Wow. Phenomenal aroma here. It honestly reminds me aroma-wise of, it smells a lot kind of like What the Fuego. If I had to pick. All right. Let's get this going. It looks like this one's a little bit more on the runnier side than say the Mama Wana. So let's get a nice pour going on here. Oh, and I'm spilling again. Wow. That's so good. All right. Once again, it's got that same profile as what I remember from What the Fuego. It's got that nice savory upfront note. It feels hearty when you're eating it. I think a lot of it has to do with tomato that is in it. Yeah, let me go ahead. And jot some stuff down. Heat is definitely noticeable on this one. It's going to be a kick up from the Mama Wana. For me, I would say that is, on the higher end of medium for me. But this would be a screaming sauce if you don't eat anything spicy. You're going to be in a panic with this one. It's got some phenomenal aroma and flavor. Let me get that jotted down here, and we'll do this. All right. Okay. Aroma, flavor, and versatility. Man, this is a pretty versatile sauce as well. It's nothing that's going to really limit you on this sauce. Not something like with the Mama Wana, I could actually see that going on more of like even on some desserts potentially. But La Muerte, I'm not certain I would go that route on with it, but it's definitely not intended for that, I would say. So let me go with the versatility on this one. Okay. And then burn. Man, the burn on this one's a lot more noticeable. You're going to have this one lingering around a bit longer. You're going to feel it attacking the tongue. Kind of like just a little bit of a sting, nothing too crazy. You're going to feel a lot more in the back of the throat and or back of the mouth and then the throat. And then you're going to feel just a little bit in the chest, nothing too crazy. Once again, this would be more geared towards somebody that likes spicy food. instead of someone that's just entering the game. So this is going to be a dangerous bottle. I'm going to want to end up using this one pretty fast. I can already tell you that. So let's go with here on burn. And let's get these on over to producer Jeff. All right. So now while he has that, let me go ahead and get these ingredients right off. So on this one, we have tomatoes, distilled vinegar, red peppers, onions, fresh habanero peppers, Carolina Reaper peppers, garlic, and kosher salt. Like I said, it's he does a phenomenal job at keeping a very limited ingredient list, but really making those ingredients do their thing, shine, come together, and just, man, it's like a party in your mouth. All right, let's read the side of it here. It says, La Muerte is by far the hottest sauce, the hottest sauce that Faiya can offer, made with the infamous Carolina Reaper, sourced from a local New Jersey farmer, local New Jersey farmers, and made in small batches in Kingston. All right, so it says, try it on everything. If you truly enjoy the flavor and the intense heat, this sauce is for you. And then, it lets you know to post your lunch, and don't forget to follow and tag Faiya Co. on Instagram. So currently, I will say this sauce is not online. It is sold out at the moment. I don't know what the status on coming back is, but when it does come back, I would highly recommend that. All right. Here we go. Let's get these going. So heat. All right. So we got heat at 4.0. There we go. There we go. All right. Aroma, we have 3.9. Flavor, 3.8. Versatility, 3.6. And burn, 3.9. Total swear word rating of 3.85. Another phenomenal sauce from Faiya Co. Once again, all product links will be down in the description below. And use promo code SWEAR, and you'll get that. I think it's still 25% off if I'm not mistaken. So head on over there, check them out. This has been Hot or Not. Let's kick it on over to the interview. Hey, Katie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm super excited to have you on here tonight. Obviously, seen you, doing your thing with the sauce reviews. Obviously the most recent, and a lot of people have seen you on Superhot. So, so many ways we could start with this, but I am curious on how you got started in, like, what was your send off into the world of spice, if you will. What was it that you ate or sauce you had that just really drove you down this rabbit hole?
Well, I've always liked spicy stuff. I mean, I feel like the story's the same for almost everybody. When I was little, my dad was really into Texas Pete and Frank's Red Hot. And then as I got older, I don't know, it was spicy. Or I remember one time in high school, a dude brought a jalapeno pepper from his grandmother's garden and was like, I'll give anybody $10 who eats it. And of course, I'm the idiot that eats it. He didn't have $10. It was a joke. But I've always done stuff like that, like the Buffalo Wild Wings Challenge. I grew up down the street from Pucker Butt Pepper Company. So it was always an obsession, I guess, just over time as the industry grew, I guess, or more things became prevalent and available, the more I did them. And then 2020 hit and the world kind of shut down, and I had a refrigerator chock full of hot sauces that I would get from Pucker Butt, which was literally a walk, like a stone's throw away from my house.
Okay.
And I started reviewing those sauces and meeting the saucers online, and then I kind of got completely sucked into the hot sauce pepper world. And yeah, that's kind of where it all began, really. That's how it goes.
Very nice. No, yeah. I mean, and yes, to your point, a lot of us, we'll have our initial initiation, if you will, to the community by, someone's either dad or family member bringing them in. But it's always fun to hear everyone's jump in point, if you will. So,
Oh yeah.
as far as I know that you like to focus on the small batch sauces. Um, what was the driving force behind that? I know you like to give back to them, give them the spotlight, but is there a bigger reason than that? Is your direction or?
Yeah. Um, there's a few reasons for that. I think the first is small batch sauces are just better. In my opinion, I mean, they're large, big brand sauces I like too, but small batch just hits different.
Yeah.
They have better ingredients, more peppers, and I think also it's something I believe in more. I feel like I can actually make a difference for small business people. And I think a lot of small batchers are kind of like me or a lot of other people in the industry. They love what they do and they want to be able to probably break out of their 9 to 5 and be able to sauce all the time. So
Yep.
I prefer focusing there. And plus, I think they have way better, super interesting stories.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. No.
it's just kind of where it's at.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, it's always, like you said, interesting to hear how that whole, hear their side of it and how it comes into be. I know the ones that I've met personally, hearing their story, you can really see the passion pour out of them as they're telling you, why certain ingredients are going into that specific sauce. I mean, nothing slips through the cracks, if you will. And it's a beautiful artwork, and they're pouring out their love and their heart in every single bottle that they send out. So shout out for keeping focused on that and not getting too caught up in chasing and more or less chasing the big dogs, if you will. So
Yeah, passion and purpose, that gets me a little bit more than,
yeah,
I guess bragging rights. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, at a certain point, it's like most of these sauce companies. If you're talking like the big commercial name brands, you find it at any supermarket across the U.S. Those have just become so systematic that there's not really much feeling there in what they do. That tends to just taper away. So yeah, no, completely understand.
And not slamming big brand, just saying, because there are
Yeah.
some that I completely love, but it's just, I mean, in the realm of what I do, I guess I'd rather just focus on small. And I like scouting people. I like feeling like I'm finding and scouting new sauce makers from all over. So
Yep.
it's really exciting. I like it. It's just really fun. And I meet a lot of really cool people.
That's awesome. So as far as meeting people, I see you do go to certain festivals, et cetera. What has that experience been like? Is that something that you do pretty regularly, or is that something that you just do here and there whenever it's more or less, in close proximity? We'll put it that way.
So, fun story. So I used to live in Fort Mill, South Carolina, and then now 2 years ago moved down to Charleston, and just lightning struck, and we ended up opening a store at our local flea market, and we did that for about a year, and we decided that it was going to be best to probably move on to the festivals. So now I'm trying to fill our calendar up for 2024 as much as humanly possible. I love doing the festivals. Like the flea
Very nice.
market was a lot of like regulars and people that like came to the flea market to just socialize on the weekend. But when we started doing the festivals, oh my gosh, it's fire. People like we line up all of our samples. We get samples from all over the country and then just line them up and people start trying them and they light up. People are starting to know our names. They're asking for us. There's a lot of brand recognition when people come and try these sauces. But yeah, it's freaking awesome. And everyone here in the Charleston area loves it. So you have to be accepted into these festivals, and we've been accepted into every single one of them. So it's freaking awesome. It's really cool. And it's fun to see people get so excited about it.
Very nice. Yeah. I mean, like even whenever I was looking through your website too, I noticed that you have a different method to the madness there. You actually have a way that you can kind of select certain categories to be able to see, as opposed to, the typical, extract or natural, etc., that you'll find. You have quite a bit. Try taking a look at the monitor as well down here, so I can see it. You have quite a few options going on here. So, what's the I know I've heard you in other videos talk about, you can tell me 3 different things and I can most likely point you in the direction of the sauce. But how did you come to, how did that come to be?
That's a fun question. So I used to work in a mental health care facility, and people
Okay.
from all over the United States of America would come to said facility. And I had this game that I would play. I could guess where you came from based off of the type of mayonnaise that you liked. And that's
Okay.
probably where it started. But when people come to the Cap Cave and they don't know anything about sauces like I do, they don't even know what they're looking for. So I just kind of broke things down into, like the main categories I think most sauces fall into, like mild, medium, hot, melt your face, sweet, salty, smoky, more traditional, kind of quirky. And then usually based off of those kind of, and also what do you like to put hot sauce on, sweet or so, yeah, like if you give me those, because everything that we have in the cave I've tried on the channel.
Yeah.
So if you can answer those questions for me, I can 9 times out of 10 guide you to something I think you'll like. And I really pride myself on trying to pair people with sauces I think they'll really love and want to come back for, rather than just like finding someone the hottest thing that's going to melt their face off. They hold on to that bottle forever, brag about it when their friends come over, and never buy another one. So
Yeah.
it's more about the culinary experience as a whole rather than exclusively burning, which I do love to burn people, but that's not the goal.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, I like your approach to it and how you go about it. That's a very cool backstory on how it got to be what it is now. So, and wanted to quickly shout out. I saw that you got an award recently. Kudos there. Of course, scouting posts on Instagram. So, yeah, no, tell us about that. What exactly is that award for those that don't know, and how did that come to be?
Are we talking about the ICU Talks Award?
Yeah.
Okay. That's an awesome question. Thank you for asking me. I think, as a lot of people know, and I talk about a lot, I really, really got into hot sauce and peppers as sort of an escape from one of the hardest, lowest points of my entire life. Uh, and right around the same time that I was diving really deep into the hot sauce world, there is this, what do I want to call it? It's a speaking ministry that inspired me, pulled me through, got me to where I am now. I think through ICU Talks, which is a faith-based mental health uh, congregation of people. They have a YouTube. If you guys ever
Okay.
want to check it out, it's where people go. It's kind of like TED Talks, but more on the mental health side of things.
Okay.
Um, and those stories really just inspired me and gave me the idea to get outside of myself, think outside the box, try and get out of my own misery by focusing on a project like Ktb Saucy, like the Cap Cave, like interviewing sauce makers, just like you're doing right now, about their
Yep.
sauces. Or yeah, that ICU Talks really did it for me, and I've been a part of it for at least shit since my dad died, so 7 years. But they have an award that they give once a year, and I got it, and so I'll be going to Charlotte, North Carolina in May to give a talk there. So it's
Very nice.
thanks. Yeah, that's where I get to sort of tell my story about Ktb Saucy, the YouTube channel, the Cap Cave, Hulu, and hopefully inspire other people as much as I was inspired. And that's a lot of the goal of what I do too.
Very
So
nice. Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's
thanks.
awesome. I'm big into faith as well. So to hear that, it's always great to connect with others in the community that are also driven by their faith. So, very cool. And then mental health is very important. Being a veteran, knowing how often veterans deal with mental health issues and everything that just quickly cascades from that. That sounds like a great group that you were talking about, the you talk. So, yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I do see that we have quite a few questions going on in the chat, and I also see that we have a whole bunch of people jumping in for the first time. So welcome. Glad to have everyone here. We have done the hot or not segment already. We are now in the interview, and let's take some questions from the chat. All right. So Charlie asks, how did you go from reviewing sauces to being on stage eating pods at Zest Fest?
That's a great question. Okay. So people send me their sauces from all over the United States and even the world sometimes to review. But what started happening is pod growers started doing that too. So just like small batch saucers, and trust me, there's a ton of them that send me sauces to review, small growers would start sending me peppers to review on TikTok. That beefed up my tolerance. I've also been a huge fan of Shahina and League of Fire for a really long time, but accidentally through reviewing pepper pods, my tolerance got up to where it was. And I had received an invitation about 2 years ago to compete in League of Fire, and I was selected, and I was able to go out to Dallas and compete, and that was my first competition. And yeah, just kind of that's how it went. Is as pepper growers send me their peppers, I eat them, and then my tolerance goes up, and there you go. That's how that happened.
Very nice.
Like one thing sort of leads to another. I just sort of accept everything that comes my direction and have as much fun with it as I can.
There we go. There we go. Looks like we got another one here from Never Better Club. It says, what is your favorite small batch sauce? And open in your house at the moment. So specifically to current favorite small batch sauce.
That's a hard one. Because I got good ones right now. But I'm going to have to say, it's going to be a toss-up. Bohica hot sauce.
Okay.
Or, and I do mean this, not just because you asked me that question, but Today's Adventure with their new sauce, we're all huge fans of that here. So
Oh, yeah.
I have to say those two. Bohica's got a really awesome line that I'm a huge fan of. And Today's Adventure knocked it out of the park with their sauce for sure.
Yeah, that sauce from Today's Adventure is phenomenal. So great job over there at Adventure Sauces. You know, crushing it out of the park. And let's see, Jeff, did we have another?
Not right now.
Okay. All right. No worries. Oh, wait. Yeah. We'll see. One more. All right. Here we go. So from Matt, casually roasting. Oh, and the question went away. Hold on. There we go. All right. Says that saw that you were taking a break from spicy specifically to let your tolerance drop. Have you noticed that tolerance is like muscle memory and that it comes back quick, or is it still a long climb?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's muscle memory because the climb is not as long now. No. Yeah, I think it's muscle memory, truly.
Okay. Very nice. It's I know that's a common question from everyone. Is always like, what is the bounce back time the second night, either because you'll have a lot of people that'll get sick and then they just stop eating spicy. I tend to do the opposite. I ended up ramping up more than I ever would whenever I'm sick, just to flush everything out. At least that's my mindset. So
Yep, that sounds familiar. Same here.
Nice. Looks like we've got one more, and then we can see here from Jacob Deathridge, great grower there. It says, what is your favorite thing about the spicy community?
Oh, man. That's a good one. What is my favorite thing? Like I can only pick one thing?
That's a tough thing to whittle down to, but...
yeah, man.
Yeah.
That is.
Hey, not my question. Just kidding.
My favorite thing about it? God, I think... how much we all share in common.
Yeah.
Like what I've started to notice is like we all a little broken. And I feel like anybody that's truly drawn to this industry or industry, community, shtick, whatever you want to call it, we've all got some really deep-seated thing in common. And I think that's really cool.
Yep. And then obviously the capsaicin binds us all together. So it brings us here and we become one giant family. That's the beauty of it. But as with all families, you always have people butting heads. So it's just part of the territory.
Dysfunctional, but that's what makes us entertaining.
Yep. Otherwise, everyone would just be bored. So
exactly. Who wants to just hold hands and sing Kumbaya every day? We want to puke and fight. That's what we do. But we still love each other by the end of the day.
Hey, yep, there you go. You know, it works out. But how are we looking? I'm just checking with Jeff real quick. How are we looking on the sauce gauntlet? We are good. Okay, I'm gonna ask just 2 more questions that I have, and then we're gonna roll it over to a fun game. So since we didn't really get to talk too much about the Hulu Superhot thing, I know obviously the main initial focus of what I wanted to talk about was more your backstory, because I felt like they did a great job at showcasing you as a reviewer, but you know, obviously as a viewer, you didn't really get to know kind of like what brought you in, what got you there. So definitely wanted to touch on that, but and it's a resounding thing that I've heard that, you know, everyone that was involved has become such a tight-knit family. But what was your favorite part, first of all, about the Hulu experience, if you will?
Yeah, the whole thing. Meeting pepper growers, because I'm so much deeper in the sauce side. Coming out the other end of the Hulu experience, I met pepper growers and actually like hung out and got to understand a little bit more their mindset and like how the industry and community looks from their standpoint.
Yep.
So that was really eye-opening. That changed. Yeah, that enriched my understanding of the industry and the community more so than it would have otherwise. And also it was just incredibly validating. I mean, I'm just you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a stay-at-home mom that just does like YouTube stuff and TikToks for fun. And then all of a sudden, like, they put me in the show. I didn't think they were going to do that. So it was very humbling and awesome. And
it's a blessing.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was entirely a blessing and very validating. And it unlocks new relationships and just new paths for me to venture down now. I just learned a lot from meeting all the people that I met, and the whole experience from start to finish was just awesome. It's unbelievable.
Nice. The last one, hopefully it's not too hard of a question, but what was your most memorable either shoot or moment? Like place to shoot or a moment from it?
Oh, yes, I got this. And they didn't put it in the doggone show.
Okay.
There were so many parts, so many moments where I'm like, oh, I was hoping I was going to be in there with it. So I went to Winston-Salem to do Vic's pop-up market. And that's where I met all of the pepper growers that you guys met in the show. And while I was there, like, I was totally out of my element, okay? Because, like, Vic and John Hard have done this tons of times.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's me. And I was, like, way out of my element. But I was trying really hard to pretend that I belonged there. But we went around and we reviewed everybody's sauces. And they didn't show this in the show. But at the end of the pop-up festival, after we went around to everybody's tents and tried their sauces, me, Vic Klinko, John Hard, sat at a picnic table and we sampled sauces and they were asking me my opinion and I was talking to them about my opinion and then we picked our favorite sauces and all I kept thinking was I'm with Vic Klinko and John Hard, like I am somebody. Like, oh my God, they're going to find out I'm a total loser, which they did. They cut the whole thing out anyway. But I'm just saying, in that moment, I was like, I have arrived. That was just, like when John Hard's looking at you, talking at you like you're an equal.
Uh-huh.
That was it.
You know, it's one of those moments too, and it's like with Troy last week talking about all the fun and just the experience of getting to know people during the Louisiana shoot. It's definitely, that was one of those moments, just from hearing you say that sounds like one of those moments that regardless of if you have the, sorry, my audio just went crazy for a second. It's one of those moments that regardless of whether or not you have that in there, they can't take that beautiful memory away from you. So.
Yeah, no. There was one other moment where like I was coming down an elevator and this man that looks like Bradley Cooper looked at me and goes, "Ktb Saucy." And I'm like, "I have no idea who you are." And he was like, I'm the director of the show. And I'm like, there's a director in the world that knows me. Yeah, that was there were those moments where I'm just like, this is just mind blowing.
That
Stuff.
it says it's connected here. I'm trying to get my audio fixed there. There we go. Almost. Whatever. Hopefully there's not a bounce back of audio on the group. So, all right. Well, I think we're gonna roll on over to the Sauce Gauntlet now, and let's have some fun here with this game. All right, let's get the gauntlet. There we go. The gauntlet pulled up. All right. Hey, if you're just now checking in, we've gone through the interview. We've done the sauce reviews. You can definitely watch the replays. You don't want to miss that. So that interview was amazing. Now we're on over to a fun game that I like to call Sauce Gauntlet. This is a bracket challenge. I picked the sauces. Most of these you all have seen. And then there's some new ones on here, but we got to know what KDB thinks. So let's go. Let's open up the very first one. I honestly can tell you, I am not certain what the first sauce is going to be. I know what the sauces are, but the order at which. First one up. All right. Let's get that zoomed in. Boom. We got Fiery Fool versus Texas X's.
Am I supposed to pick a winner here?
Yeah. This is you. And if you need a second opinion, this is where we also can call upon the audience. So,
like this.
So Mikey V's, you said, right?
Hands down.
All right, there we go. Let's move Mikey V's forward. All right. Boom. All right. Next up, we got Jersey Barn Fire's Black Garlic versus Karma Sauce's Cosmic Disco.
Why did you do that?
I know.
Oh, man.
I know. There's another one later that's just going to be probably the same situation. So
you knew what you were doing here, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. We said it was Jersey. You're on my phone, so it's super tiny. What was the Jersey Barn Fire again?
The Black Garlic. So it's going to be, this is Jersey versus New York. What, got to pick one of the two.
If it was their black garlic bacon, I would have had to go with Jersey Barn Fire. But considering things are as they are, we're going to have to go with Karma Sauce, Cosmic Disco.
I definitely love, I love both of these sauces, but Cosmic Disco has a special place in my heart. So it's phenomenal. All right,
yeah,
up next.
Cosmic Dumpling's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. There was one that they did, and I think he only maybe ran it once because I haven't seen it come back. But it was something like a noodles, and I think it might have got switched to Cosmic Dumpling. I have the bottle still at home. I'll have to take a picture of it. It's empty because I consumed it. there was no saving.
Yeah, let me know about that one. This is news to me. I haven't heard of that one before.
All right, here we go. We got First Blood versus Carnival.
Okay. Oh, well, what do we do if I've only had one of the two?
Well, this is where you can either lean on the audience or you can just rule out the one that you haven't had.
All right. Well, then let's save the audience. I'm gonna look real quick. All right. Well, we'll save the audience for one where it's two that I haven't had. So we'll do Carnival.
Okay. Carnival it is. Carnival's another great one from Karma.
Yep.
All right. Next up, We have Clark and Hopkins Nagaland, and Bravado Spice Co. We have their Ghost Pepper and Blueberry.
Now let's poll the audience because I haven't had either one of those.
Okay. All right, audience. We will need your help on this one. So, is it going to be Nagaland or is it going to be the Ghost Pepper and Blueberry from Bravado? We need the Swear Nation to fire off with this one.
Need y'all to weigh in here.
So let's see here.
I'm gonna bet Bravado, but I'm not sure.
Oh, here they come. Let's I will say I've had both of these. I will tell you where I sit on this. Never Better Club says not the blueberry. So very, very sound statement from Never Better Club on that one. Nagaland from Chili Dean. And let's see here. Do we have, Tone Ranger says the Assam, well, yeah, the Assam. Assam is pretty good too from them. All right, let's it looks like everyone's saying not the blueberry for the most part. So now we got one that says berry. One that says berry. Oh man.
Bro, okay. So I've had one sauce from Bravado and I had such high hopes, and then I tried it and it was nothing like I was expecting it. So now I'm starting to think that might be the case with the Ghost Pepper Blueberry too.
Yep. Now we got more saying for Bravado. So this is a toss up. This is now neck and neck right here.
Blueberry's coming back.
Blueberry's bouncing back. I have had the blueberry and I put it on like desserts, but it's by no stretch a burner of a sauce. I would go with Nagaland personally if I were to throw my vote in the ring.
Makes a baller blue. Yeah, spicy sharp rocks. All right, I guess we'll go with Nagaland. I'm going to go with you on that one.
All right, Nagaland it is. Let's get on over to the next ones. Yep, other side of the bracket. All right, here we go. We mentioned it earlier. Today's adventure, we have them on the boards. And then we got Charman. This is their Verde.
Oh, yeah. Man, you really did. You made this hard. I am going to go with Today's Adventure, though, for sure.
There we go.
Love me some Charman, but got to say Today's Adventure if we're comparing those two.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. So let's get on over to the next ones. All right, we had this one on the show 2 episodes ago. So Salsa Roja. And I brought this one back just for you, Miguel. So I see you in the chat. This one made the board just for you. Valentina's.
Black Label Valentina's. Yeah. And I'm going to go with Valentina's.
Okay. All right.
Namely because I've never had the other one.
Okay. It's a phenomenal sauce. I would definitely check it out.
Stuff. Yeah, I need to. I hear they make great stuff.
It did not last long in my at my house. It went in like one meal, 2 meals. So it was tasty. All right.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah. Let's see here. What do we got? Boom. Mikey V's again. EAFO. And this is another hot one. This is Volcanic Peppers Thor IO.
Oh.
I've quickly come to find out that not many people have heard of the Thor IO or the IO Thor's hammer.
I have heard of it, and I have had a few sauces from Volcanic Peppers and really liked them. But I've had Mikey V's EAFO, and that sucker could need a hazmat crew. I mean, that thing is fire. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. All right. Mikey V's it is. All right. Let's move on over to the next. Yep, final from the first round. All right, so here we go. I said this one was going to come up here. So we got the black garlic from K. John's, tasty sauce. And then we got
Yes, it
La
is.
Muerte, tasty sauce as well. And featured on tonight's Hot or Not. So here we go. If you haven't had that Faiya Co, I typically know where you might end up going on it, but
I'll
I
throw you a
will-
curveball.
okay, here we go. Live sampling.
You do. Those aren't even comparable. That is a good sauce, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with black garlic.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that is good, though, isn't it?
Black garlic is just strictly a flavor bomb. Because there's the ghost version, right, of the black garlic. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure is.
That one was really good. I know I bought one bottle of that, but typically my wife wants me to get just the traditional black garlic, and we keep that around.
Oh,
the house,
really?
So, all right. 8 sauces remain, and it was down to these 8. So we got Mikey V's versus Cosmic Disco up first. Texas Exis versus Cosmic Disco.
Cosmic Disco for the win. Sorry,
Okay.
Mikey V.
There we go. All right. Now we got Carnival versus Nagaland.
I guess let's go with Nagaland because I trust you. So we'll go with Nagaland.
All right. I thought it was about to become
like we're in
a
this
karma
together
battle
now.
off. Okay. Let's Valentina's versus Today's Adventure. I feel like this isn't even a fair battle, but you know.
Yeah. Today's adventure.
Yep. There we go. It's always that first round that makes it the hardest. It has too many choices, but you know, that's half the fun. All right. So EAFO versus Black Garlic.
What do you think I would pick?
I would think that I would lean personally, I'd probably lean EAFO, but Black Garlic is going to be more of your flavor bomb. So that one would probably take the win.
Yep. Black garlic.
Yep. There we go. It is definitely a crowd pleaser regardless of your spice tolerance. So, all right, down to 4. Here we go. We got Cosmic Disco versus Nagaland.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Black Garlic versus Today's Adventure.
Now it's getting hard.
Yep.
So Cosmic Disco.
Okay.
Yep.
Cosmic Disco goes forward.
Oh my gosh.
Shrink that tiny bottle.
Now it's really hard.
Yep.
Today's Adventure or the Black Garlic, because now they're both really good.
Yep. They both got some amazing flavor. It's just one's got flavor with heat and one's just got more on the flavor side. If you would.
Today's Adventure is like surprisingly spicy.
Oh yeah,
I guess
it's definitely the hottest habanero sauce that I've had. Easily.
Yeah, it's got a kick.
Yep.
I don't like your game anymore. That was hard. Today's
do you want to go to the audience? Okay, all right.
Yeah, do the audience.
Do the audience,
Today's
all right.
Adventure's in the audience.
Yeah, we got a lot of Today's Adventure in there, and then it looks like one that says the garlic. So far.
I'm gonna say Today's Adventure. Final answer. Thank you.
There we
Regis.
go. It's gonna be coming down to the wire here. We got Cosmic Disco versus Adventure Sauces. Today's Adventure. Man, that is a nice battle.
It is. Today's Adventure, I love you. With all of my butt, I would say my heart, but my butt is bigger. And I want you to understand that. The Cosmic Disco wins. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
there we go.
I do love my karma sauce with a passion.
There we go. Cosmic Disco. All right.
I have such a crush on karma sauce.
It's your bracket. You get to make the calls. It's been a fun game of a sauce gauntlet, but we can only have one winner today, and that winner is Cosmic Disco. So thank you. Thank you so much, audience, everyone playing along. Thank you, Katie, for an amazing gauntlet. What? It looks like,
Cool.
huh? What's that?
That was really cool. That was fun.
Well, I'm glad. It's definitely become a favorite. So it's always fun to get those going. I'm going to try to just change it up quite a bit next time that I roll this out. I've been kind of using some of the same ones because they're near and dear to me, and I know there's some that are near and dear to those that are watching. So I like to obviously make everyone included on this. But yeah, let's go on over to the hot seat nomination while we're at it. So who are you putting on the hot seat? And
Okay,
for
what's
those
the
that don't
criteria
know,
for picking a hot seat?
yeah. For those that don't know what the hot seat is, the hot seat is a fun part where you get to pick who you think would be a great addition to have as a guest on the show, at which point then I'll reach out to them and we'll orchestrate a time for having them on.
Oh, man. Hey, I don't know. Have you had Never Better Club yet?
They are scheduled for March.
Do you have Vic Klinko yet?
No, I've heard the name tossed out, and I have not had him actually nominated in the hot seat. So I could definitely reach out to Vic and get a time set up with him.
There you go. There,
All right.
You got Vic Klinko, and if that doesn't work, then I say Spike Connolly of Irish Spike Sauces. Yeah,
Okay.
Those are my two. There you go.
All right. Oh, it's today's adventure in the chat. Let's see here. Happy to have made it that far. All right. Well, hey, sharing the love, So, well, Katie, it's been great having you on. I've loved getting to know you and everything that you have going on. Really getting to see your love and passion for the community come out through our time together today. Would love to have you back on. Also, to just continue the conversation that we were having because it was so phenomenal. But at the same time, where can everyone find you?
Well, you can find me at Ktb Saucy on all social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, ktbsaucy.com.
There we go.
And that's what you got.
Okay. And I'll have all those, links to, her website, socials, etc., down in the description below. So definitely go ahead on over. If you're not already following Katie, what are you doing? Go give her a follow. And let's continue to grow this community. Once again, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a blessing to have you here and sharing your story with us. Look forward to having you back soon. And let's go ahead and send off this show. All right. Well, this has been a phenomenal night here. Man, I hope everyone enjoyed, what we had going on, everything from the hot or not. Thank you to Faiya for these phenomenal sauces and providing the whole Swear Nation our own discount code. So head on over to Faiya.co, grab yourself some sauce. When you're there and you're hitting checkout, jump on over, type in promo code SWEAR and get your discount going on. Like I said, I think it's still 25%. It might be 20. Punch it in. It'll let you know. I will have the links for those sauces down below. La Muerte, currently out, but Mama Juana is there. It is the fresh batch for 2024. Highly recommend it. Go check it out. Huge shout out as well to Katie for coming on, doing her thing. Loved having her on here, and couldn't do any of this here today if it wasn't for podvision.io. They got us this beautiful upgrade on the mics here. It's looking nice and sleek. Hopefully it sounds, a little bit better on what we got going on, because it has been a nice touch for, my own use. So if you're looking to launch your brand, you know, you have no clue what you're doing, but you know you want to do something, you're passionate about something, highly recommend podvision.io to help you get going. So check them out. Also, if you loved what we're doing here, please like, comment, subscribe, share this around, help this, help us get in front of the right chili heads. Let this channel grow and really become the sounding board for the community. Would love to continue to not only just feature, sauce makers, reviewers, but also, we feature growers as well here. We feature hobbyists that are coming in, crushing it, doing their thing. So couldn't do any of this without y'all being active in the chat. Love every one of y'all. Y'all are definitely a part of the Swear Nation. If you aren't already on the Swear Nation, go check it out. Hey, everything from the world of hot is right here. And this has been the Swear Word.